here. I'm going to walk you through starting up the inverter. There's a little bit of a procedure. Just going to show you exactly what I do to get power going. So the first stage is the fuse. You can see here there's a fuse holder. Holds a whacking great 100 amp fuse. So the first step is put the fuse in. That guy clips in there. Then you can see I've written on the isolator switch, never switch under load. I'll put some photos in of my old switch. If there's a bunch of current flowing through the thing while you switch it, the thing will arc. Basically what it'll do is lock the switch in the on position, which kind of sucks. So basically you've got to make sure that there's no power at all before you switch it. So basically there's no power on the inverter, so we're good to go. So I'm going to switch on the battery. So now what this does is connect the battery up to the inverter. So the inverter's now got power, but it hasn't actually started up yet because the internal relays inside the inverter are still in the off position. So the next thing is if there was no output power, is just to switch the inverter on. There's just a little switch underneath, and now you can see the inverter starts up. So the first thing you can see is on the input side there's 0 volts, and on the output side there's 0 volts. But once the inverter is sort of checked that the power coming in is okay, then it'll start up. So now you can see running off battery, we've just got 230 volts going out. And if we flip through the menus here, 50 Hertz going out, 0% load, 46 VA, 0 watts load, 0 coming from the battery. Alright, so now we've got power coming out of this thing. Now I can flip my output breaker on, and then power is now going to my DB board. If I want to turn my charger on, make sure the charger circuit is up and input isolator up. Now if I go escape, there's now 240 volts coming in, and you can see the inverter flipped into bypass mode. So it's basically just feeding in the input straight to the output, not bothering with the inverter. So now the charge is also kicked in, so the input is also going to the charger and charging up the batteries. If I go through the menus, you can see it's busy trying to do a bulk charge on the battery, so the battery voltage is rising. And 4 amps are currently going to the battery. Excuse the pun. Alright, so that's the system up and running. So let's look at how to shut it down again. So the first thing we want to do is switch off the charger circuit. So I'm just going to flip that there. I'm going to flip that there. Okay, so now there's no power coming to the inverter, and the inverter switched back on and is supplying the output again. So I'm going to switch off the actual inverter unit. Right, now I've got 0 and 0, which means that it's not going to be drawing any current from the battery, or pushing to the battery for that matter, which means there's going to be no current flowing through this isolator switch. So I can flip the isolator switch, and you can see the power dies. It holds a little bit in the capacitor bank, so yeah, it kind of takes a few seconds to switch off. Anyway, so the system's now safe, so I can pull my fuse out. If you pull the fuse out while there's still current flowing, you'll get a nice big arc, which is quite spectacular. This fuse previously arced before. Don't know if you can see that. Got a nice little burn mark on there. Anyway, so be careful. It's a lot of power. Hope you enjoyed the video.